Today I'm showing you how you can make 25% on your money in a very short period of time, almost every single year. And this isn't according to some mining stock monkey. This is according to legendary resource investor Rick Rule. I saw an interview from him a while back. It has to be at least a couple of years ago now, so I couldn't go find it because I have no idea which one it was. But in this interview, he was saying that when he was younger, he was doing this almost every single year that he could. He was buying these companies that had been beaten down from tax loss selling, and then they tend to quickly rebound, and he was able to consistently make big gains on those purchases. Now, I don't remember exactly, but I think he said he consistently made something like 20 or 30% a year doing this. Now, he can't make these kind of returns anymore because his portfolio is way too big, and the best stocks that have the best potential returns in tax loss season aren't liquid enough for someone with a portfolio of tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars. However, for normal people like you and I, we can still make great returns doing this. So in this video, I'm going to show you how. And before the end of this video, I'm going to give you a few examples of stocks that have great tax loss potential right now. And in case you aren't familiar with tax loss selling and what US tax laws are, well, let's say you have a $1,000 loss on a stock that you have not yet sold. Well, if you sell that stock, you can deduct that $1,000 loss from your taxable income, and then you can buy that stock back 31 days later. And as always, this isn't investment advice, it's just what I'm doing with my own money, and always do your own research before investing your hard-earned money. So every year, as the year is coming to a close, I'm talking to my tax attorney and I'm talking to my accountant, and we're talking about ways that I can save money on taxes this year. And this happens with a lot of people. So someone might be talking to their accountant in December, and the accountant says, "Hey, you're going to owe a lot in taxes. Do you think you could harvest like $100,000 in tax losses?" And the person is like, "Yeah, I can certainly try." Let's say it's a person who's a high income earner who's living in California. So they're at the top of the federal income tax bracket. And also they have the high state income tax from California. Well, they're going to be paying like 50% taxes on any income. So let's say they harvest $100,000 in tax loss. Well, that's going to save them $50,000 in taxes. So when it comes time to sell these stocks, they typically have to sell them pretty fast. So they can't be too picky about price. And this is all to get a big savings on taxes, so they typically don't care much about the price. So for these reasons, the prices in November and December of especially illiquid stocks can drop precipitously due to tax loss selling. And when the stock doesn't trade a lot, when it's illiquid, for example, I was looking at Bluestone Resources. I was watching that, and one day it traded like $10,000 worth of shares, and the market cap was off by something like $2 million in that day for $10,000 in trades. So when you have that kind of illiquidity, it can drop the price like crazy with very few shares exchanging hands. By the way, I'm releasing a new mining stock video almost every single day, so please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And now let's look at a few examples of stocks that could be picked up for a huge discount right now and perhaps make really good returns within just a few months. Okay, so the first example I have for you is Bluestone Resources. It trades over the counter with the ticker BBSRF. This one is trading at about 14 cents right now. It has gotten absolutely decimated. There haven't been any news updates with this stock for a while. I think there's a ton of potential with it. People got bored with it, and then people were selling because of that, and then also it sold off even more for tax loss season. So I think this is one that has a lot of potential as a good tax loss pickup. By the way, when you're buying shares of stock in something like Bluestone, when it's not very liquid, you have to place a limit order. Never ever use a market order. So when you're going to go in there, you're going to go place a limit order. I'd usually try to split the bid and the ask, or sometimes I even put in a stink bid that's below where the bid is at. And when that person goes to call their broker and they're like, "Hey, give me $50,000 in tax losses, or give me $100,000 in tax losses," that broker is going to sell no matter what the price is. So maybe you will get filled, maybe you won't, but it's important to get a really good price, at least in my opinion. And with a stock like Bluestone, keep in mind that it doesn't trade a lot of volume. So you have to be patient with this. And if you are placing an order of a decent size, well, you may be the one who's creating the market. So maybe it takes a few days or a couple of weeks for your whole order to get filled. And if it doesn't all get filled, no big deal, because you didn't lose anything. Next is Adventus Mining, trading over the counter with the ticker ADVZF. Also a stock that doesn't have a lot of volume each day. So be patient with it. And if you're placing an order of more than a few $1,000s, you might have to wait a few days to get filled. It's been destroyed. It had a little run up here, but it's pretty much back down to where it was in the beginning of November. Great pickup right here, I think, and I think it's a great buy for tax loss season. So these two, I am owners of both of them. And then I have two more to show you of ones I'm looking at but don't own yet. Next is Silver Mountain Resources, AGMRF over the counter. So this one has a lot more volume than the other two. So this one, it's going to be easier to get filled, especially if you're coming in with more money. But also this one has been destroyed as well. So I think this might be a good tax loss pickup. And next is America's Gold and Silver, trading under the ticker USAS. I'm also not an owner of this one, but I'm looking at it because I think it would be a great pickup for tax loss season. This one trades much more volume. This is the most liquid of the four, so you'll probably have no problem getting filled unless your order is in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. But anyway, yeah, these are four great options that I think have a lot of potential for tax loss season. And next, click on this playlist. It's some videos I've made recently that are going to help you become a better mining stock investor.